You know the drill. Every month, the electric bill shows up. You pay it, you move on. But what if I told you that baked right into that bill is a huge problem? A problem of fairness, where the very way it's calculated might be costing you money and, get this, rewarding your neighbors for being less efficient. To see how, we've got to ask a really simple question.
So let's just get right to it. Is your electric bill fair? I mean, you'd think so, right? You use a certain amount of power, you pay a set price for it. Seems simple enough. Well, it turns out the reality is way more complicated, and the system we all use might not be nearly as fair as we think. Okay, so here's where the problem really starts. Most of us are on what's called a flat rate plan. Your utility basically takes the entire cost of making electricity for the month, divides it by all the energy everyone used, and boom, you get one single averaged out price. But that simple average hides the most important part. The real cost of electricity isn't flat at all. It's constantly changing, minute by minute, based on how much power everyone is using.
And this is where it gets really unfair. Let's picture this. Your neighbor comes home and cranks the AC, runs the dishwasher, and does laundry all at 5 p.m. That's the energy rush hour, when electricity is super expensive for the utility to generate. Meanwhile, you're being smart. You wait until 10 p.m. when demand is low and power is cheap. So what happens? Under a flat rate, you both pay the exact same average price, say 12 cents. The result is you are literally subsidizing their expensive habits with your good ones. That's called cost shifting.
So let that sink in for a second. In our current system, your smart, responsible choices are actually being punished. All your effort to use power when it's cheap and clean, well, it's costing you money. Because that flat rate bill gives you zero signal about the real price, there's no reward for doing the right thing. The system is totally backward. But what if there was a way to fix this, to flip the script? Well, there is. An innovative solution, straight out of some deep academic research, is designed to do exactly that. It's called ProRate, and it's all about creating a bill that finally reflects reality. So what is ProRate? Well, the name itself, Customer Lowered Electricity Price, kinda gives it away. It's all about getting rid of that unfair averaging. It's a rate design that connects your bill to the real moment-by-moment price of electricity. The goal here is simple, but honestly, it's revolutionary, to stop the cost shifting and finally create a system that pays you for being a smart energy user. Okay, so how does this actually save you money? You might think it's some super complex thing, but the magic of ProRate really just boils down to two simple ideas that reward you for helping out the grid. Here's how you benefit. First, you get paid for what you don't use during that energy rush hour. When you cut back during those peak times, you help the whole system avoid firing up its most expensive power plants, and ProRate pays you for it. Second, it lets you act like a savvy energy trader. You get to see the real-time prices, so you can buy power when it's dirt cheap, and if you have a way to store it, you can even sell it back to the grid for a profit when prices spike. And this is where it gets really cool. When you fix this one fairness problem for us as individuals, it creates this amazing ripple effect. It's not just a win-win, it's a win-win-win situation for absolutely everyone. So what are we talking about here? For you, it's about real money in your pocket. Your electric bill could actually become a source of income. For the grid, it's a huge deal. Less strain means more stability and less need to fire up those expensive, dirty peaker plants. And for the planet, well, it means we all naturally start using more power when it's cleaner and cheaper. It's about empowering you, giving you control. And hey, this isn't just some pie-in-the-sky idea. To put a real number on it, a 2020 simulation based on this research showed that a home with a smart meter and a battery could literally make almost $700 a year. You're not just saving money anymore, you could be earning it. What all this is leading to is a total shift in how we think about our place in the energy system. With a model like ProRate, we stop being just passive customers who get a bill. We become active participants. We become prosumers. A prosumer. It's a mashup of producer and consumer. And that's exactly what you become. Think about it. When you pair technologies we're seeing more and more, like smart meters and home batteries, with a smart billing system like this, you're not just taking power from the grid anymore. You're actively managing it, storing it, and even selling it back. You're a player in the market. You can kind of see the path here, right? Today, most of us are just passive consumers. The first step is getting a smart meter, which gives you the data. Then, ProRate comes in and gives you the financial reason to care about that data. And finally, a home battery? That's the key. That's what gives you the power to really take advantage of those prices. Store cheap energy, sell high, and turn a profit. You become a key part of the system.
When you strip it all away, it comes down to one simple, powerful idea. This quote from the research dissertation that developed ProRate really just nails it. The whole thing is built on one goal: avoiding all the ways we accidentally make our neighbors pay for our energy habits and vice versa. It's about making things truly fair for everyone. So I'll just leave you with this question. We've always thought of our homes as places that just consume energy, right? They cost us money. But what if that whole idea is just outdated? What if with the right tech and a much smarter, fairer bill, your home didn't just use power, but actually became an asset that earned you money? That's the future we're talking about here.